What is up, Jamly? This is JamiroFan2000 here with yet another episode of the JamiroQuai Minute. All the latest JamiroQuai news, episode 516. So let's get right to the news. In JamiroQuai JK fashion news, as I did in the past, maybe not here on the YouTube channel, but on social media, some of us fashion-savvy JamiroQuai fans of the Jamly like to sometimes decipher or find out what cool origins of clothing JK wears. And we all know that JK is one of the most fashionable people in the pop mainstream, up there in a level with like a Pharrell Williams maybe, or Daft Punk. But some of us members of the Jamly like to hunt down some of the jackets that JK just so happens to wear on live TV appearances and live performances around the world during JamiroQuai's tours. And you might remember the most recent example of me doing this was when I did that unboxing of the recent Beckenbauer or BB jacket from Adidas that JK had just so happened to wear at the North Coast Music Festival during JamiroQuai's second half of their U.S. tour back in late 2018 when JamiroQuai played play the U.S. Well, earlier in that year, JamiroQuai made their only solo TV appearance of so far, at least here in the United States. They hadn't been on American TV for over a decade, but they made their first TV appearance on U.S. television, of course, in the month of April of 2018 on The Late Late Show and James Corden on CBS Networks, where they performed Automaton, and not really well known, but some of the fans, some members of the Jamly were in attendance at that recording of The Late Late Show with James Corden, and Jay also did record a performance of Canned Heat, and if any members of the Jamly wondered when that secondary performance from The Late Late Show with James Corden will become available, it has not been released. That performance of Canned Heat is still literally in the can at CBS, and it wasn't even released as an online exclusive. Only the performance of JamiroQuai's song Automaton was aired on The Late Late Show with James Corden. But back to JK's fashion. In that performance, JK wore a complete lily white jacket during that performance. Well, after a little bit of detective work by myself, it appears that that track jacket that JK wore on The Late Late Show with James Corden during that performance of Automaton back in April 2018 was a white cotton Lacoste track jacket, which apparently was part of a limited fashion line for their Icon fashion line for a notable European tennis player by the name of Novak Djokovic. And the jacket isn't still available on Lacoste's official online retail website, but the jacket is still available on some secondary retail sites. I just so happened to find one site that still had the jacket for sale, but it is pretty pricey, with a price of over nearly $150 to $250 in American currency. So if you've got deep pockets and you want to get that jacket for yourself and you want to be a bit of a JamiroQuai completionist, which some members of the Jamly are completionists in their own right, I will put a link to that sales listing that I found from the Masting secondary retail website in the description of this video down below. And including a IMGUR album of my detective work on trying to hunt down this jacket, I took a few pictures of that jacket from the official, from the secondary Lacoste website, and I showed basically a progression of figuring out that this jacket was indeed the jacket that JK wore in that rare late night appearance back in April of 2018. I'll be sure to put a link to the IMGUR album in the description of this video down below too. So be sure to check out all that goodness. And as always, this is JamiroFan2000, and I'll see you again really soon with another JamiroQuai Minute. Bye bye.